Are you ready to build a brand new home? Well, before you do, be sure to prepare yourself for the nightmares that may occur along the way. Being prepared may make the home buying process just a little less stressful and eliminate those sleepless nights stressing over what's going on with your new home. So let's dive right in. One of the most significant nightmares when building a brand new home, specifically with a production builder, which is very, very common here in Florida, is the uncertainty surrounding the construction timeline. Now, unlike custom homes that you may contract specifically with one builder, you may have a little bit more control over the pace of the production. You may have a little bit more say when you want things done, but with a production builder, it's on their schedule. Many homeowners find themselves in the dark about when their home will be completed, when it's even going to get started, and there are so many nightmares along the way. In new construction in Florida, the home builder actually has up to 2 years to complete a home, and home builders absolutely determine the closing date. So unfortunately, there is no planning on getting in before school starts or getting in and settled before the holidays, or even worse, when should you sell your current home so that you may only have to move once? Well, there is no determining the exact closing date until you're way down the road. So the timeline is very, very scary for people, and these are something that can cause nightmares. Some common delays when building a home that do play into knowing when your home is going to be built include permitting, labor shortage, or perhaps it's a specific trade that they can't get in, such as drywallers, or there's a specific item they can't receive or back ordered, such as a garage door, and everything is stopped because the garage door is not coming in. So you can see there's always going to be little hiccups when it comes to timing and knowing exactly when your home is going to be complete. Now, my team and I sell a lot of new constructions, and I can say this year alone we've seen delays 4, 5, and 6 months. But also, surprisingly, we have seen homes finish 3 or 4 months ahead of schedule. And that's almost as tricky to navigate as behind schedule. Now, typically the builders will notify us 45 to 60 days in advance of when they think they're going to have the home completed. And then it's somewhere between 2 and 3 weeks out, and they're gonna shoot you a closing date and say, ta-da, this is the date that you must close. I know if you have trips planned or events, it's hard to navigate, but this is part of production building. The next nightmare in building a new construction home is lack of direct contact with the builder. Unfortunately, I am seeing and experiencing this one firsthand with some clients. Now, typically when building with a production builder, you will be assigned a project manager. It has been the project manager's job to reach out weekly with updates. Some weeks there's going to be a lot that's done and they're going to send pictures and show you everything that they're doing. Other weeks, nothing may be happening. Now, as I said, I'm experiencing this currently with a lovely couple that is building, and they have been through now a few project managers, and communication is almost non-existent. And this is especially frustrating if you're building from out of state. You can't just swing by and check on things and make sure everything is going the way it is supposed to. Now, anything can go wrong, from installing the wrong front door to laying tile incorrectly, and that is why these check-ins and communication is so critically important. Now, most times it's only you and the project manager that knows exactly what is supposed to be in the home and how it is supposed to look. So although I'm doing a lot of taking pictures and trying to help communication, it does feel many times that as the middleman, we really need the builder and builder's rep to step in and help make sure everybody is on the same page. And it can truly turn into a nightmare. The next nightmare with a production builder is limited choices and personalization. When building with production builders, there is a limited range of choices and personalization. Now, these builders typically offer a set of floor plans, different design options. They're all set to streamline the construction process. Now, while this may expedite the building process, it does leave homeowners with a sense of conformity and a lack of uniqueness in their home. Choices are always related to your finishes, your fixtures, flooring, cabinets, and a few other design elements. However, homeowners feel like, oh, there's 5 choices for cabinets or 4 choices for flooring, or it's going to cost you so much more if you do something else, or there's different levels. And so the lack of choices can become very frustrating. Also, when you're walking through some of these model homes and everything you're seeing, keep in mind they're putting in absolutely the top of the line upgrades and finishes, and they're adding things that a builder will never add for you, such as a custom wall finish or beautiful light fixtures. Those items are not even a choice to you as a homeowner to do during the building process. That is all something that you would have to do after you close. The next nightmare is the uncertainty of the process. Building a home is a significant financial and emotional investment, and the uncertainty of the process can definitely exacerbate the stress associated with this. Now, with production builders, the lack of transparency in the construction process can leave us feeling a little uncertainty, can feel us leaving a little uncertain about the quality of work, and also if they're following the timelines and your overall wishes. The builders are working on their timeline. They are the ones that are hiring the trades. If the trades are behind, it's going to be behind. What's the quality of construction? Who's in your home? What materials are they using? All of this definitely can keep you in the dark, make you feel very frustrated and not sure what's going on. Again, we come back to the project manager and your representation that is going to help you make sure that everything is going along nicely. So how do you navigate some of these nightmares to make the process much more enjoyable? Well, there are a few strategies that we can use to prepare ourselves. First and foremost, research the builder thoroughly. Before committing to a production builder, really conduct a lot of research online to make sure that it's the builder that you would like to work with. And sometimes it's not even just the builder, it's the subdivision they're building. Because I've seen situations where a builder, a very, very common, wonderful builder is building in multiple subdivisions, and one subdivision is having no problems, everything's going smoothly, and one 10 miles away, we're seeing nightmare issues with staffing, with tradespeople, with time. Everything can be completely different. So it's not just the builder, it's also the community. So we need to dive into all of this to make sure that you're getting exactly what you're looking for. The next thing to always have is make sure everything is in writing. Now, you are going to get so many documents throughout this process. It's going to go over every single thing, the contract, your choices, the timeline, what to expect, the HOAs, the homeowners restrictions, everything is going to be in writing, and I definitely recommend keeping a file on your computer. Make sure you can reference it, make sure that's handy, because in that incident something goes wrong, we want to be able to reference that and make sure that the builder is putting in exactly what you chose, or that the homeowners association agrees to what you have been told up front. So we want everything documented. Also, keep clear communications with the builder, with your reps, and making sure that if you do have any questions that you can ask. Now, as I said, sometimes communication can be delayed, but my team and I help a lot of people build new construction. And again, I don't always get to talk to the builder's rep either, but I do my best to be in communication with everyone, and I can definitely have eyes on the project and make sure everything is moving along well. When building, we do have to set some very realistic expectations, knowing that everything may not go smoothly. So whether that is someone dropping off the wrong flooring, to the delays in timing, to a million different things that can happen in new construction. So we do have to be a little bit flexible. I have seen where they put the doors in backwards, which that's an easy change, but things happen. So definitely test our patience with new construction. Also, I highly recommend having a third-party independent inspection. Now, I just closed on a transaction where my buyers said that was the best money they spent, was having an inspector go in prior to the drywall to make sure all the walls, windows, everything, door frames were all straight, that all of the infrastructure for the home was there before it was covered with the drywall. And then again, they had a home inspection right before closing. And most builders are happy to accommodate this, and they encourage this because they miss things too. So it is very, very important to have a home inspection with new construction. If you have questions about that, just let me know. We arrange that quite often. Now, you may be able to be a little bit flexible with closing if there is an extenuating circumstance that comes up quite a bit. We want to really work closely with these builders and hope that we can get a little bit of leniency if things are going wrong. So again, it goes back to clear communication. That's probably one of the big ones. Now, as always, we have to plan for some contingencies, delays, occasionally an item that you chose in the design center all of a sudden becomes discontinued and you have to get new hardware for your doors or different tile on the flooring. I have seen these as well. So being flexible, being prepared are always to eliminate some of the stress and nightmares of new construction. So if you have questions about new construction, builders, communities, just let me know. We deal with this all the time, and it's our goal to help eliminate some of these nightmares in the building process because it should be fun and exciting. I'm building a home myself. I help so many people do it. I thought it was time that I built one new home for myself as well. So if you have questions about my process, I am here to share. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care and let us know how we can help.